crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario we're going to be playing is number 7, called Outflank, from the 2015 package. There is no kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for controlling, 2 for dominating, and that's it. Alright, so on this side here, we're going to have Derek's Trolls all nicely painted up underneath Madrak 1, real brick-style list. And on the other side here is Daryl with his Scorn, and this is actually Zaal2. Not a lot painted, but a lot of dudes here, and good to see Zaal2 on the table. Now, Daryl won the initiative, and he decided that he wanted the side over there with the forest. Not really sure why he wanted that. He does have an out with Pathfinder with the Tyrant, but that's going to mean that Madrak is going to get first turn, and they're going to kind of move up here. Now, this is a horrendous scenario for Madrak with a list like this here. This one here is all about a bunch of beasts who want to brick together and all this stuff, kind of like what trolls do. But when you have these 2 zones here, it doesn't really help that. Plus with the terrain and having that big piece of terrain right in the middle there, kind of breaking things up, he's really going to need that Totem Hunter to be going and contesting that other zone at the top as he moves down. And luckily there are the woods there and he can dance around, so we'll see if he can actually pull it off. In comes now all of Zaal2's guys, and the one nice thing here, I mean, there's a lot of models here he has to deal with. I'm talking about the troll player, but Madrak does have that feat that lets him basically, you kill something, you advance 1 inch, you get another attack. And so if Daryl isn't careful with the positioning of all these models here, he can basically go through and kill almost everything with like 1 guy under the feet. You know, that you got Rock and Mulk here, and you can throw Primal into something, and they just go nuts, especially if you have Reach. And he has Reach on Mulg and up onto the Axer and the Bouncer. So a couple of different ones here. Of course, Zaal2 had put up Transference, and we also marked that the prey was going to be the Agonizer. So now he's going here with the Trolls again for their turn 2, and they're going to come up here and making up a wall and all this stuff. A good placement, but then he goes for something really, really risky. Now, of course, the beasts really hate it if they get the Agonizer going and causing them troubles, so he decides to go for it. He thinks he's close enough. The Totem Hunter comes over, leaps, tries to get Reach on the Agonizer. It just isn't there. So he kills a couple of guys, but 2 things are really bad with that. 1, he didn't kill the Agonizer, and 2, now he's completely out of position. He's he's sure to die, and he has nothing to really defend that top zone now. So that is a real big problem. Again, it's not the end of the world, because if everything comes crashing down and he scores a point, well, then Madrak can pop his feet and go crazy. So now we're back to turn 2 for Scorn. He's going to have a Hakar make a little vengeance attack against him and do a little bit of damage there. Otherwise, these Keltari are going to come down, space out, really kind of like getting around the zone. I mean, the thing you want to do against these bricks as well is just swarm them. Get around, get to the soft parts in the back, and really make them pay for it. And again, in this here too, he wants to bog them down so that he can really score on the other side. Otherwise, the Swordsman, he gets 2 charges in, only 1 connects and does a tiny bit of damage. Otherwise, the Swordsmen are really just kind of spacing around. He also has the Sotrati, they're moving up and shield walling, and they're kind of getting position. They're also going to kill the Totem Hunter, kill him off. Hakar goes into the zone, and otherwise things like these woods are really getting in his way now. He is going to be putting Pathfinder onto the Immortals this time so that they can run through, but he's just kind of like slowly moving it up in this. I don't know if it's more careful or to do with the double woods, but just kind of like this slow advance. And the nice thing with those Sotrati too is where I said the Madrak feat gets to kind of like mow through all this stuff, you kind of stop at Sotrati. So now we're on to turn 3 for the Trolls. It's currently 1-0, so this is definitely a key turn for the Trolls where they need to get in there, they need to get aggressive, kill what they can, and definitely try to get something into the left zone. Now, Mulg might be a great one for that because of how he's a little bit further back. He does have to deal a little bit with how there's a small piece of water back there. You can kind of see it's like the green toxic water just on the other side of green mulg, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, definitely this is one where he needs to get some work done. The stone bears come in, they try and kill a guy, fail. The Earthborn wants to kill the two models in the way, and he makes a mistake here where he doesn't move the Earthborn, so he kills one. It's not in reach of the other, so he actually needs Madrak to come up and throw an axe and kill the guy that's in the way. That's going to make room here for the bouncer. This is now feet, and now you're going to get to see him kind of surf around. So again, he has primal on him, so +2 mat and pow, and he's just kind of coming around killing everything he wants. Now he is making souls for, like, say that ancestral guardian there. There's got a defensive strike on him, but he's just going to come around here and kind of keep on killing stuff. Now he comes over here and tries to get to the immortals, but the thing is that these forests here really slow him down. Normally you kind of expect him to come through and kill them all, but because of this forest, it really slows him down, and his thing kind of really all stops. So now it's Axe's turn, and Rock. Rock wants to come in here and kill all these guys. He does a spray, trying to kill off some of these guys, say like the Agonizer, but misses. However, with his one big spray attack, he does kill the front Satrati, and we're both pretty sure that this does not constitute the feat, because you have to kill them with your initial attacks, and the assault spray isn't really one of your initial attacks, I believe is how it is. So he just stops there. So that is really bad for Rock. Clearly he's just going to get killed now because he's standing in front of all these weapon masters, and he really need Rock to get in there and kill all that stuff. Otherwise, he had the Axer come up, kill off another guy. Janissa comes up, makes the wall again. And, yeah, I mean, Mulg didn't get over there. Really kind of stayed a little bit back to be a little bit more defensive. And that means it's now going to be 2-0 for Scorn. And this is a really bad spot for the Trolls to be in. They've already popped their feet, Madrak's feet. And now it's like, well, you know, right now here he's going after Rock, and he's going to start losing pieces. And being down in scenario and attrition and already having your feet out, that's not really wants to be. So Rock is down now. He's using transference here. Now this is a great thing with transference, where with all these models, he's getting a boost to hit and boost damage. And so normally where it's like, oh yeah, charging swordsman, he'll probably miss and not do very much. Hey, when you get the boost to hit, and you can boost attacks and stuff like this, not even on the charge, you know, you get some pretty good damage done. So unluckily for the Scorn player, he did not kill Janissa. I believe, yeah, Janissa Tuft. But yeah, I mean, right there, that could have been another key model down. So his Keltari, they go and charge in, and he's not really able to get any really good damage on there. You know, the stone's there, so he's armor 20. So even when they charge in, he's at dice -10, and nothing really gets done there. Otherwise, they're kind of spaced out. And now he's going to be trying to come over here and kill the bouncer that came up. So the Ancestral Guardian, really just using all of its souls to buy attacks. And then with transference, boost hit if you needed. I don't think you even need to do that. And just boost damage, boost damage, boost damage. And really softens him up so that now when the Immortals, who got Pathfinder again, charge in, yeah, they kill him off pretty easily. So the Troll player is now down 2 beasts, both Rock and the Bouncer. And, yeah, again, not looking very good. So back to Troll's turn here, and this will now be, the scenario is at 3-0. He needs to get something up in that top zone. One way he could do it is that the Earthborn could go trampling over. That'll kill off a bunch of these Keltari, and then you get something in the zone. You'd have to worry about Hakar killing you, but, I mean, that's kind of his only path right now. So he tries doing something here. Janissa comes over and does a little like geo shift or whatever, trying to push all the models, but she doesn't get far enough because she didn't want a free strike, and so really she didn't get the models in the back, so they just kind of bump into each other and don't really go anywhere. His attempts to go again with the stone to try and kill off the swordsman and stuff down here kind of fails. Madrak has to come over. He throws an axe at one and kills the immortal that was engaging. That's going to allow the Axer to now charge over and go after these Satrati. But again, man, they're also shield walling again because they didn't need a charge. They got to boost all the damages with the transference. And so he's doing his best to try and kill these guys, but having a little bit of trouble hitting at some points. And again, that armor 20, not what the Axer wants to see, especially when he doesn't have primal on him. So he doesn't actually get any of them dead. Some of them are a little bit beat up, but that's really it. Earthborn kills a few guys on the one side. Mulg comes over here, kills a couple more, and yeah, that's really it. So Scorn scores another point. It's now 4-0. Daryl has to do literally nothing, and then he'll win on scenario. But he said, no, I want to play a little bit more with Zaal2, which is totally fair. I mean, if this is a tournament, you just take the win. But and here, when you're trying to learn a new caster, hey, why not play out the game, try out a few more tricks? Because what he's right there, he's taking Hakar out, but he's like, well, what if it doesn't work? I might as well stay. So what he's going to try and do here is get the caster kill. And Madrak is standing right there. I believe he has only his little scroll to protect him. He kind of went through all of his fury, so he's in a pretty dangerous spot. Of course, Mull can come over and do protective fit and all that stuff, but he can charge in the Ancestral Guardian. He has the Immortals, and if he can kill off this Axer, the Satrati can go as well. So first thing he does is like the little last swordsmen come and they do their little attacks. Tufts are made all over, so not really anything there. Next to Keltari, they're going to come and attack, do little bits of damage. One of them does connects with Madrak there and gets a few points onto it. He has to choose after the hit when to use a scroll, but now he's going to be charging in the Ancestral Guardian. He's going to hit, and at this point he realizes, you know what, it's pretty much done, and yeah, he loses to caster kill. So there's the game. So the game just ended by assassination. So what were you guys' thoughts on the game?
I feeded way too early. I should have just bricked up another turn, moved forward, taken maybe a couple hits on the face, and then gone from there as everything was even closer.
How about your thoughts, Daryl?
The terrain kind of jumbled me in the center there, but my scenario, popping feet and having scenario like that worked.
One of the things I was seeing there is the Totem Hunter. I was wondering, like, if you would have instead prayed the Keltari, he could have been key over there to hold that zone, because just jump in, kill 2, and then sprint back 10 to get back to the forest or something, but he's a tricky one.
I also forgot he had sprint.
Yeah.
Until you're in the middle, like, I'm going to sprint.
No, it was after it already activated him and left him that I was like, oh wait, he has sprint. Oops.
Another one I was waiting for too is after the Keltari all charged in, I was like, oh, Trample of Doom.
I couldn't get over I would have lost too much distance.
No, but I meant like on this turn, like with the Earthborn, just like trample over like 6 of them. So you get in the zone for the scenario and kill a bajillion of them.
I forgot about trample.
Yeah. Something we haven't mentioned is that this is what, the second time you played Zaal2, and you haven't played this list in like 4 months, I think you said?
Something like that. It was whatever last steamroller I went to, and I think there's been 2 steamrollers since the last one, so maybe that's closer to 6 months.
Yeah. So, mistakes were made. But overall, I think you were also mentioning before that like a split zone isn't exactly what a brick wants to see anyway.
No, and especially with this guy in the middle, like, I couldn't even move into the middle and kind of spread out a little bit. It was like, go to 1 and hope for the best, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Because I wanted to play this list, but I would never drop this list into Trolls. I would drop Mortal.
I think this works out okay. I mean, you have enough hitting power to kill off the stuff. I mean, especially in a scenario like this.
Well, when I split up like that too, it really cuts down on my ability to take the hits.
Yeah.
So, like, another big thing that I kind of shouldn't have done, but was like, maybe, was toss Rock straight ahead, and it was like,
I think he needed to do that with Rock, but he had to do his thing on the feet to kill off all the Satrati, and then that.
He doesn't have reach.
Yeah.
So
they're usually jumbled together, but
yeah, it might have worked.
What's his power strength?
With Primal
18 with Primal 20 assault charge.
-2 to down. That'd be tough.
He needs 10s, but I mean, just boost kill. I don't know. You would at least cripple them.
It should have been, but again, that should have been the following turn.
Yeah.
Like, I should have just moved everything forward. I had this guy here that I could have just hid behind, effectively maybe use the Earthborn as another extra set of armor here just to sit on this side. Almost acting as a bit of a wall against these guys if they were coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I had the wall, or would have had the wall straight up here, so they wouldn't have been able to, necessarily charge me that well.
Well, it's hard too because you have the Tyrant that's giving out Pathfinder, so He's stealing that
Well,
away.
with proper placement of the wall too, they're not going to be able to. They're very unlikely to be able to reach me even, because with the medium bases
Yeah.
on the other side of the wall, and
That's
you
when
have it far enough ahead
Yeah.
that
They don't
I wouldn't have
fit.
been moving far ahead in the next turn. I was kind of hoping that he'd come a little closer, but
Just kill a little bit by a little bit.
and then once I get right up in his face, I can crush her and just go through everything with all of the army as opposed to two light beasts.
Yeah, because I mean, those Satrati played a major role in this thing too. Because normally with your feet, you can just like surf all the way to the caster, but it's a little bit hard to surf through those Satrati. You have
Yeah.
to get something pretty major into them.
I haven't put a bouncer on the table before, and I probably will keep him.
He's
Moving
interesting. I mean, when you got carnage and all that stuff, he does well.
Mm-hmm.
He has
Well, he
reach,
needs
which
another
works
reach
well.
beast with decent power. It's not great, but with primal up, you're still sitting at killing most things.
And shield guards are always good. So
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing the game, and thanks for watching. Bye.